Welcome to my digital story on Vanilla Island. This island was created by me for Miss Farrah's class as a way to show you how much I have learned about culture, geography, and history. Let me tell you all about my island. Vanilla Island is a small island off the coast of Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula. It's only about 2,000 square miles, or just a little bit smaller than Jamaica. Its position on the globe makes its climate very hot and tropical year-round, with high rainfall. Vanilla Island lies over the tectonic plate boundaries of the North American and Caribbean plates. Formed from lava flows releasing from the ocean floor, Vanilla Island is actually the very top of a giant underwater volcano, similar to the main islands of Hawaii. Vanilla Island is made up of a large volcano in the middle known as Mount Fumar that gently slopes from a plateau into coastal plains. Fumar means to smoke. This name was given to the mountain during its first exploration in the late 1700s. And although Mount Fumar has never erupted in recorded history, the volcano is very active and ash and smoke can be seen coming from the top. Mount Fumar is actually a shield volcano, like the one shown here. It was created from very fast-moving and liquid lava that flowed equally down all sides from a main vent in the ocean floor and built up from there. The volcano created gently sloping sides and a large plateau in the center of Vanilla Island. Mount Fumar, shown here on the map, is also a source for two rivers, one running north and the other running south. The North Fumar River empties into Deep Lake, a small but very deep freshwater lake. It is also the only source of above-ground fresh water for the island. The South Fumar River travels southward to the Bay of Bean. The volcanic ash spewing from Mount Fumar makes the soil very rich in nutrients and in nitrogen. The island also hosts many different kinds of seabirds, the most dominant being the red-tailed tropic bird, the brown pelican, and the great blue heron. There are no large land predators on the island, which makes it an ideal breeding ground for these birds who come to the island every spring to lay their eggs. Although it had been sighted by Columbus on his first trip past the Yucatan Peninsula, the volcano was smoking and therefore avoided by explorers for the next 200 years, despite their desire for new lands to conquer. When it was first explored, the island coastal plains were covered in naturally occurring vanilla plants, which gave the island its name. It was also strangely uninhabited by people. Spanish officials decided to clear the island off limits to large-scale settlements to continue to cultivate vanilla, and has been largely untouched and mainly uninhabited since. Vanilla Island was named because of the naturally pollinated vanilla plants that dominate the coastal plains. Vanilla has only ever been grown naturally in Central America, where it must be pollinated by a local species of bee that exists only there. Elsewhere in the world, it must be hand-pollinated, which needs a lot of people to work. Vanilla Island is the only other known place where this bee exists and vanilla is pollinated naturally outside of South America. Scientists from all over the world have studied Vanilla Island to try and figure out how both the bee and the vanilla made it there. The best theory is that the Maya, an ancient society who controlled most of the Yucatan Peninsula, might have made the connection between the two and used slash-and-burn techniques to clear the island of its trees to grow vanilla on a large scale. Today, there are only approximately 2,500 residents who live on the island year-round. All of them are part of the vanilla growing process, and all are employed through the same company, which is owned by the Mexican government. The residents live on the plateau area away from the vanilla growing areas. The population density is less than 1 person per square mile. The island holds only one small town, San Maria, which holds the only port of the island, and the unofficial flag of Vanilla Island, the 3 black bars representing vanilla pods, on a green background, flies over the port. The population of their island is falling every year as young people born on the island immigrate out to mainland Mexico, and there are no tourists allowed on the island to protect its natural ecosystem. Vanilla Island is largely self-governing, but as part of Mexico, and shares its flag and national anthem. Vanilla Island is protected by the nation of Mexico. Culturally, the residents of Vanilla Island speak Spanish and follow mainland Mexico's trends. There are traditions unique to the island, though, such as St. Isidore's Day, which they celebrate every year before harvesting the vanilla pods. St. Isidore, shown here, is the patron saint of all farmers.
Well, that's everything. Thank you for visiting Vanilla Island.